visually, look at that. Boom, boom. Yeah, in 3 frames. 1, 2, peak, choreo moment, and flash. Hey everyone, it's Garrison here, and welcome back to the channel. And today I am super duper excited because KWON EUNBI is back with new music. So yes, I'll be checking out her new song called Underwater, the music video for All. I may or may not be on a good amount of coffee, but due part of why I am excited is that KWON EUNBI only comes with new music. You know I'm only speaking facts right now, because from her debut and prior to her debut with As One and All, and going into her solo debut, then moving all the way up to Glitch, into that outstanding OST called Light. Keep in mind, it is an OST, but it was for, unfortunately, some sort of NFT project. We do not love to see it, but from what I heard, I'm like, whoa, this could have been a promotional song, and I feel like almost like the details are always considered from the people working behind the scenes in terms of KWON EUNBI's music, and as well as KWON EUNBI herself. She knows what she wants, and nothing's gonna stop her, even themselves, over the time, COVID and stuff, funding and all. You've heard my complaints, or you will hear my complaints, in regards to when I end up showing you guys my review to Drippin', and of course Rocket Punch's second single albums, which were phenomenal, by the way. Just talking about how the marketing could be always better, of course, when it comes to Willem and how they do things, and all the music's there, marketing's not there fully as much as I want it to be, so more people can really get to know Rocket Punch, Drippin', and KWON EUNBI, as well as the other Willem artists, because KWON EUNBI, in my humblest opinion, is still underrated. It's still underrated. The fact that it's late in the afternoon and Underwater hasn't hit 1 million views yet, I'm quite surprised, right? So aside from that, I want to hear how this plays out. I want to see how this plays out, because I haven't heard any of the teasers yet, only seen some of the teaser pics, and of course the physical packaging of this comeback for the album. But let's dive into Underwater now. Alright, so I brought it up here, Underwater by KWON EUNBI. I got the English captions on and all, but let's go. Oh, that drip there. I love these intros being catered towards these comebacks. Whoa! I'm loving this already, guys. Ooh, where's this headed though? I love how melodic it is so far, guys, yet it's already mad catchy. The vocal delivery is phenomenal. There's already being shown a cool choreo to it. That transition. Wow. Yeah, that drum kit work. To the modulation that's being done. Ooh, these added. I'm gonna have to figure it out. Wow. You see that? Ooh, the sort of house piano being played out here during the bridge. added horns. Ooh, the interjections here. The passion. Ooh, this outro too. What? I'm sorry, guys. What a comeback, guys. What a comeback. This is what I'm saying. Literally a 4th gen soloist that is mad underrated, yet super more than consistent, yet leveling up every time with these comebacks and releases. We love to hear it. We love to see it. Like, come on. Like, I would even go as far as, like, this is a masterful art piece. And I don't get to say that often when it comes to soloists, okay? There's soloists where I feel like things needed to be developed more. They need to solidify their signature sound more. But the fact that KWON EUNBI already has solidified her sound way before Underwater and has shown multitudes of different sides to her in terms of music and what she does and the genres that she messes with. I love how diverse she is and flexible in terms of her music style, the tempos that she utilizes, songs that could be more orchestral, songs that could be more, I would say, melodic. I mean, I would say, dare I say, this is the most melodic song that I've heard of this year. Seriously. Like, one of the top 3 melodic songs of this year. And I'm saying, like, something that can be, like, really easily sang along to, fun with it and all, instead of, like, sing talk, chanting, you know, screaming or yelling going on, which is a common thing in K-pop these days. That's why, like, I miss the good old days when I was young, listening to EXO, Big Bang, listening to SNSD and all, because there wasn't the whole trend of sing talk and all that stuff. And, you know, don't get me wrong, I love sing talk here and there, but I do love when any respective idol group or a soloist can showcase their vocal work to the fullest potential. The fact that there's this sort of chord progression and how the entirety of this is, like, very melodic and all, it progresses and progresses, it's treading and treading, it's going up and down, it's modulating, and then boom, when we get hit the final time around into that outro where these vocal interjections and outbursts come through from KWON EUNBI and how she ends it off with the whole shebang like that. Like, come on, you know, it's like the one of the songs that it's so worth the wait that it may seem seamlessly, like, repetitive in how it plays out, but how it builds up and lifts off like that, right, is incredible. And that's what I'm saying, like, how it has its peaks and valleys in this song, and it's slight moments that I'm like, what is going on here? Slight switch ups that I'm hearing sonically, and this is coming through with someone who has a bit of musical background and all. I can totally see people, like, cross comparing this release with other solo releases and soloists, and especially certain female soloists, like the likes of Kim Changa, right? And, like, sure, Kim Changa can do something like this that is more melodic heavy, and she's really well known for her dance abilities and all. But I feel like if people were to cross compare and say, wow, this is super similar, they are totally wrong. They are totally wrong. I'm gonna say it out there up front, and especially, I'm sure I know who's working behind. Okay, before we dive into this, let me see who's the elephants in the room right here that work behind KWON EUNBI in terms of this song. Pull it up, the credits. Okay, gotta give credit where it is due. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm seeing some familiar names. Definitely Cho Yun-kyung. I'm gonna bring it up. I've said it. I've covered Cho Yun-kyung in the past before. Incredible lyricist. Okay, we're talking about Russian Roulette. Okay, I'm gonna open the list even more. That's Okay by D.O. Lotto by EXO. Call Me Baby by EXO. Ice Cream Cake. A lot of SM artists as well as JYP artists. Astros All Night. Banger and a Half. Circus by Taeyeon. That's why I feel like the lyrics are there, right? That's one thing. But then we get into Toyo. Toyo, okay, not familiar of, but it seems like, wow, a lot of classics, especially from JYP artists. We're talking about Confession Song, GOT7, the very first album that I got. Rewind by Wonder Girls. Even Victim. Wow, that's something different though, because if I recall correctly, I do not. When it comes to Woollim artists, they don't tend to work with these renowned people. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe Cho Yun-kyung here and there. But the fact that they brought in these people and some people working with NCT as well and TXT. No wonder why. Atlantis, like, come on. Atlantis by SHINee. Yeah, this is unlike anything I've heard of. Like, the progression, how it plays out song structure-wise, yet the arrangement is, like, so SM style. I shouldn't say SM style, so Woollim style. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm crossing paths here because I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy and trying to process this. My mind's like blown already after first listen. Okay, but so Woollim. This is so signature for Woollim artists. I said this in my Drippin' and Rocket Punch second album, single album reviews. Is that, well, for Woollim artists and idols, they don't necessarily need a crazy arrangement to have a good song. They can have a straight normal arrangement. I'm talking about intro, verse 1, right? Pre-chorus, chorus, verse 2, have a bridge, have a final chorus, have outro, which happened in this case for KWON EUNBI's Underwater, but what makes it go crazy is the production, the nuances, the modulation, as I explained, how melodic this song is, and utilizes KWON EUNBI's vocal capabilities to the fullest potential. And keep in mind, I rarely say that for soloists. I rarely say that, you know, and, okay, we're getting back into this. We're diving back into this. Literally one of my top favorite titles of this year, by far. This is a 10 out of 10. Music video, you know, you could say 9. It's not like fully there, but the fact that they utilize these scenes that were done for so many other music videos in cool transitions that I'm pointing out from a editor kind of standpoint, oh my goodness, I'm gonna have a ball when we get into a second watch and listen here. Let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's dive into it, everyone. And this is what I noticed about Woollim intros, okay? You know, how they have these intros for the music videos. It's catered towards the concept for any respective comeback, whether you look at Rocket Punch's Flash. It didn't have this watery, you know, ocean, body of water with Woollim Entertainment in the center. You know, the details. Okay, I gotta give it to the editors and the directors and all. Whoever they're working with. Stick with them. Boom, ka, boom, ka, boom, ka. I love that sort of rhythm being done with the kick drum snare work, and all that comboing there is mad catchy. And then like when we go with this, some electronic elements, I would have to say, that adds that nice bounce to it as well. Even the details of her nails, you know, the styling, right? Wow, like look at that. Look at that. That cut there, that transition there, how they bring in the kite here. I'm going to show it right here, frame by frame. That transition was so smooth. Can we get more of this consistency across all Woollim artists, please? And idols? And I say that because you have idols and you have artists. Artists who I always say is very detail-oriented, you know, takes things into consideration. And with that being said, like the production matches, I would say, the quality and presence that KWON EUNBI delivers to the table, and in this song, I've got to say. Man, it just seems like I'm always passionate for Woollim artists. And idols, like, that, like, underlining, like, what is it? Some sort of like riser, or I would say horns used as a riser to build it up and build it up. Of course, there's that drum work that we've heard before. But when it breaks down here, her attack during the moments, vocally, like that piercing through ever so slightly through the instrumental is phenomenal. You know, it gets you engaged, it gets you enthralled, and it excites you, right? And behind that delivery is the passion. You could literally see the passion in this. Horns too, underlined in there, or over the top, I should say. What a transition again, everyone. Oh, as you see, you had that sort of that moon, like, back and forth thing for this scene and set with the body of water on the floor and all. She's playing out with the choreo with the backup dancers and all, or you see on those old clocks going back and forth. And just that transition right here, that sort of like zoom out with these backup dancers and all. I have a strange feeling that yet again, KWON EUNBI like took the funds out of her own pocket and like, okay, add this to my comeback, Woollim, because I'm gonna go all out. See that line hold there? This transition, oh my goodness. This transition, like the post-production to this, is literally insane, you know? Like visually, like this is pure art. Notice this, you know? A classic vintage mic gets dropped on the floor, sure. It's decorated like that with these gems and jewels. And now, somehow, we're out in outer space looking through a lens here. They edited it in like some sort of flying, you know, I would say bird or a creature here, the wings being shown cut off here, and then boom. And it reminds me of like straight out from an IZ*ONE music video, right? Something like that. And I love it, you know, the resources are very limited, you know, and the amount of scenes that they have, yet they created so many scenes and different moments that are captured in this throughout these select amount of scenes. And I can't emphasize that enough, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone, like, this is whoo. That percussion work, too, whether it's the shakers or some sort. This like rugged bass work. Wow, what a moment here. These silhouettes on the right side, whether I would say it's the backup dancers, right? And like, yeah, it is. Yeah, this is the other scene here. This is the other scene that I wanted to talk about. Visually, look at that. Boom, boom. Yeah, in 3 frames. 1, 2, peak, choreo moment, and flash. Boom. So picturesque. Underwater. Now we get into the bridge. Da, 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 da. Wow. Incredible. The fact that they utilize some sort of house piano, this electronic piano or keyboard work that tends to be heard in house music during the bridge, it works somehow. I love how smooth that transition is into the bridge. Adds a nice groove to it. Boom, boom, electronic. The electronic drums too. Like, don't even get me started. I love electronic drums when I hear them. Oh, give me those horns. Give me those outbursts and vocal moments. Hit those notes. Yeah, very pop, dance heavy, with some house influences. The vocal layering too, am I right? Not only the... Yeah, whether it's these MIDIs or certain like synth or electronic elements that sound like water droplets and all, when in consideration with underwater and how the lyrics played out in this song, guys. Truly a masterpiece. Like, this is a chef's kiss. Like, it frustrates me, you know? Like, yet again, another spectacular release, but this time around being a 10 out of 10 for me. And the fact that it smoothly transitions, and like, this is not like a crazy drastic switch up, you know? I could hear that carrying on from Glitch, that consistency, all the way, you know, from the debut, and even off of her OST, right? Like, she is an underrated ace. This is a masterpiece. I'm really, you know, there's that frustration that this is not blowing up as it should be right from the get-go, you know, since the drop of this release, but hopefully this gravitates more attention. Also frustrated that I haven't pre-ordered this. Okay, I usually don't miss a KWON EUNBI comeback on a release and stuff, but just have a lot of comebacks, you know. I'm gonna get this, mark my words. You probably no unboxing, but I'm definitely gonna have to check out the album. And I'm not sure if I should check it out, this latest one, before I dive into her earlier works, or go from her earlier works to this release with Underwater, because I want to see what has been built off. I want to hear what has been built off sonically, soundscape wise, genre wise. Like, come on, guys, you can't tell me this is not good. There's no one that's gonna change my mind, okay? I'm at one of those tables. Change my mind. I dare ya. Yeah, this was a lot to take in a good way. Every one. Can't wait to see the performances for Underwater here. Yeah, just from the props, the set dressing, the transitions, the post-production, the production on the music end, and how melodic it is and how it progresses. The longevity of this song I could foresee will thrive and strive, yet even though at first listen, or in the early stages, may have felt repetitive, those added details and considerations go a long way. Mark my words, everyone. But be sure to like, share, maybe subscribe. I'm gonna have to catch my breath after this. I'm gonna have to listen, mad stream this, and share it to my friends, because more listeners, the better, of course, you know, and more within the fandom. We love to see it, you know. If we can get more in the fandom, that'd be great. Let's get a win. Let's get a win for Underwater, okay? I'm gonna go in the future, and if this doesn't get a win, you know, I'm gonna be like, I remember the time when Underwater came out and didn't get one. Like, that is a crime. That is a little crime, right? So, you know, I'm gonna try my best to support KWON EUNBI. I'm gonna keep covering her on the channel here as the fellow as one of members, Lee Chae-yeon. If you haven't seen my reaction and review to her debut, be sure to do so. Later on, we got Le Seraphim, everyone within this month. But yeah, if you haven't seen my other reviews and reactions to KWON EUNBI's releases, be sure to do so, especially her OST for a questionable project. But yeah, take care as always. Check out the Patreon. There's more exclusive content there. Be sure to like, share, maybe subscribe, as it helps out the channel so much. It just warms my heart connecting with y'all about KWON EUNBI in the comment section down below, and her new song Underwater. As always though, have a great day, have a good night, have a good afternoon, wherever you are. This has been Garrison. Take care and peace.